is Jimmy, and he's going to give us a town update. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Sam. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Jimmy Golub. I'm a town board member, and I'm the liaison to the Lake Association. One thing I just wanted to clear up, because there is some confusion. The town is responsible for the use of the harvester, not the CLA. So there was some confusion about that. We are also the lead agency that gets permits required to treat the lake, and we also take a front seat in any initiatives like the cleaning station, and which I'll talk about in a minute, and of course with the partnership of the village. I'd like to review the weed treatment that has happened in the past. For more than 10 years, we've had 6 treatments using a chemical called Renovate. It was mostly used every other year, and on treatment years we had very good control, and on non-treatment years we had weeds. And on those years the harvester was used to offset the lack of weed control. Like a yo-yo, we had good alternated with bad years. In 2021 we started using a new product called Priscillacor, and like Renovate, this chemical was very targeted to only affect milfoil, and it was used every 3 years instead of every other year. And it was cheaper than the less effective Renovate. So here's what's happened now that we've gone through the 3-year cycle. In 2021 we got extremely effective control, and unlike Renovate, in 2022 we had effective control on year 2, and that's very significant. And then this past year we did have some milfoil. So now we've gone through the 3-year cycle, we know what to expect, it's predictable, and we are looking ahead to year 2026, which will be, is the next year we'll need to really be on top of the weeds. So that will be the year 3 of Priscillacor. The town is committed to exploring alternative strategies to more effectively manage the situation. So having said all this, I really want to mention about the importance of protecting our lake from another weed called hydrilla. We have spent literally millions of dollars trying to keep milfoil in control. Milfoil is manageable, but hydrilla may not be. And we don't have really good answers for this, and we don't have unlimited resources either. So the old adage, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, applies here. We all need to get behind whatever we do to protect the lake, because we need to be proactive. So these are some of the things we've been talking about. One is we want to encourage boats to use the launch at Lakeside. We're going to purchase a cleaning station, and we want people to use it. There'll be a picture of that up later, but basically it's a giant vacuum cleaner. There's no water involved. And boats that are removed from Cazenovia Lake and stored in the winter and then brought back into the lake the following season need not be cleaned or inspected. So it's only boats that are coming from other lakes is what we're concerned about. We also need to do a better job with inspections. This will all have to be in conjunction with the village, and we'll work closely with the village to try to put this in place at the beginning of 2024 season. The total cost of the cleaning station is about $40,000, and this will be paid for by grants, and the rest will be picked up by the town. And I'm going to go off script here a little bit. I have a cousin who lives on Twin Lakes in Connecticut, and their lake is very similar in size to Cazenovia. They have a weed harvester, they use Priscillacor, they have a lake association. It's very similar to our lake. And when I was doing research about the launching site, I called him up and I asked him, what are you guys doing about the boat launch there? How do you launch boats? And he said, they just have a launch and people come and go as they please, no restrictions. And 2 weeks later, I get a call from my cousin, and he said, well, they found hydrilla on the lake. And then I started getting the newsletters from their lake association. It was really frightening. And we need to be proactive. we need to get on top of this before it happens instead of being reactive. So that's all I have, unless there's some questions.